You've got to go like right here on
Oh
my
God,
cheeks.
this beauty! I was thinking,
You're
wow,
gonna pop them like on my cheeks instead of.
No, I write for Food Magazine too.
So I don't know.
all right, yeah, that's good.
We'll see.
Okay, so what do you think of the show first of all? Like, your favorite part?
Yes, I thought the whole show was fantastic. I really, I've seen, I think probably over the last couple of years, I've probably seen maybe 10 or 12 different shadowcasts, and this was by far like head and shoulders above anything I've seen. Not to cast aspersions on all you also-rans, but this was amazing.
Bill, can we do one more picture?
Yeah. While I'm talking, just sit down next to me and have them take a picture. Use me as a prop.
You might want some of these guys actually. So
Well, yeah, he's good. Okay, keep on. Yeah, sorry. His little heart must break.
I'm good. How are you?
Part of the show. You know, what was really cool about tonight was that this is the first time I've ever seen like the extended version of Repo. So there were a bunch of different scenes that were different, that were longer. There were a couple of, the scene of trying to come up and trauma I need parts. I didn't see that before. So just as a movie note, it just reaffirms my faith in Paris Hilton.
You guys got
I had a lot of fun working with her.
Good job.
She was a great, fellow actor and real trooper.
Great victim. I know you more than that.
A lot of people love to. I don't know. She's become almost like an archetype to put down.
Lucky man.
I always had a good time with her.
Congratulations.
Really respected her work, and just seeing that extra scene tonight was just confirmed that for me. And that was really pretty hot and wild. God bless her.
So, was it flattering to see somebody representing this?
It's not weird. I think it's flattering, absolutely. And I can just appreciate that there's a real degree of difficulty because you're watching. That my advantage is I have the kind of the inner life of the character was developed over time, and as opposed to having to just kind of mimic at least the physical movements of the character. But it actually was, I thought, again, he did a great job. It's not weird for me anymore, but it's not weird for me to see, some of my characters tattooed on people's arms, legs, thighs, breasts. So, at this point in my career, in this particular line of work, there's not a whole lot that's particularly shocking. Although, I'm not throwing down a challenge. Shock me, baby.
Well, do you find it shocking maybe that this film has become such a, it's almost like a cult classic now, you get Devil's Rejects and stuff, which is really fun, but like, this one, people are
I just had a birthday. Yeah. And you can tell it's me, there's picture music, you can
I think it's very flattering. And what it reminds me of is just what a great job that Darren Bousman, our filmmaker, did. He's a very intense and motivated guy. When he gets focused, when he gets sinks his teeth into something, there's really no stopping it. And it just reminded me tonight, because I haven't seen Repo in about 3 months, and it just reminded me tonight, especially with the extended scenes, just what a great director he is, and what a great directing job he did. And the fact that he put so much love and vision into the movie, and then when the distribution was limited, instead of being discouraged, what he did was put a 35mm copy under his arm and just went to different towns and started renting theaters and showing the movie in cool theaters like this one. And really kind of, so Darren Smith, Terrence, they really kind of refused to let Repo go away. And they built this amazing grassroots love of Repo, which is kind of grown and kind of built its own momentum. I think it's really commendable. I've never been associated. I've done a lot of movies, but I've never really been associated with a group like this in terms of the marketing, in terms of getting Repo out there any way you can. So I'll always be impressed with that. Yeah.
What's it like to work with him?
It's very easy. We get along, and it's a hoot. We worked on the movie 2001 Maniacs. A lot of fun. We always have as much fun off the set as on the set.
I like talking to you. I wish I could have gone more into politics.
We kind of created this relationship, kind of an Abbott and Costello with Pavia and Luigi. Really just have a lot of fun doing it. And then I was very honored when he asked me to do some spoken word on his solo album. And that went down just so easy from there. It's not a struggle. So that's, especially in my line of work, I appreciate that. Film-wise, I just finished a movie. I worked on a movie, a Civil War zombie movie called Exit Humanity. I don't know what it's called, but I was doing that up in Canada in November. I have a Civil War werewolf movie that's shooting in Michigan in February. And in January, I'm actually doing a short film called Night of the Living Dead with tiny zombies. And I'm also doing I'm in the directorial debut of William Forsythe, called Sheriff White Dog. And he's directing a really cool script called New Blood. It's a vampire series. I'm perfectly happy to do romantic comedy and skating with the stars. But I don't seem to be getting the calls for that, as much as I do getting calls for war movies, which is fine with me. Some people might be worried about being typecast or whatever. I did a Disney movie a long time ago called White Fang. And one of my, and with Ethan Hawke and Klaus Maria Brandauer, and one of the actors, a great actor, James Remar, plays Dexter's father in the Dexter TV series. And I remember turning to James at one point and saying, I don't want to be pigeonholed. Talking about Chop Top and Texas Chainsaw 2 and he looked at me and he said, you'd be lucky to So after that kind of, I don't worry about it. I'm an actor, so my job is to get the job. Working in horror genre, that's my favorite genre anyway. And playing bad guys and psychos seems a lot more fun than playing like the straight guy or the cop or something. I know, but you don't. The favorite one that I've been in, or just my favorite movie? It's kind of not a horror movie. Most of the time I say Evil Dead 2. So I love Bruce Campbell. I love Sam Raimi. I actually was in Army of Darkness, the third one in that series. But I just thought Bruce Campbell's physical comedy in that was just so amazing. I thought Sam's, the camera work and the editing and the sound design, everything about that movie was just so cool. Really blew me away. And I remember, it was funny, because I remember that came out right around the time that Texas Chainsaw 2 came out. And I was so impressed with Evil Dead 2. But I was hoping that Sam Raimi and Toby Hooper would kind of do a throwdown, like, oh yeah, well here's Texas Chainsaw 3, oh yeah, well here's Evil Dead 3, they kind of inspire each other. And I was in Evil Dead 3, I was so excited about it. They didn't ever do that throwdown, but that was so exciting. I remember taking my then pregnant girlfriend to see Evil Dead 2, and I was just like so excited. I was jumping out of my seat. I think she was probably freaked out, and we ended up with a normal kid, but she does like horror.
And so my last question is, for all the young thespians out there, what advice do you have?
Well, I guess you just really just have to stick with it. I mean, you know, it's you know, trying to act for a living is very tough. And it might look easy if you're watching a movie going, I could do that, but there's so much more to it. You know, once you get a job, try to sustain, you know, turn a job into a career is tough. Getting into the union is tough. Staying in the union, continuing to work. Actually, it's not even, you know, it's a guild. In the union, at least if you had seniority, it's usually the first you get a crack at a job, and of course, it's a guild because it really is, you know, goes to the person that's qualified for the job, as opposed to the actor that's going to be the longest. So it's really hard. It's also, you know, it's tough to act.
So they kind of wait
and to be effective.
You know, 20-year-old girl, but it was definitely.
The sets are sometimes dangerous, and yeah, I mean, you know, it's a tough line of work. So you better really love it, because otherwise,
I like to testify.
you can have a hard time.
It's not as glamorous as people think.
No, that's our big joke. Is you know, when you're, you know, it's 4 a.m. and you're standing in some frozen swamp, and it's like time for take 3, and they've run out of coffee, and you know, or you're in a swamp and it's hot and there's mosquitoes sucking the blood out of your arms. You know, that's when I used to turn around and I go, "Where's the glamour?" I haven't found it yet, but I'm still looking. I am optimistic.